the controls have a service life. They're designed for X amount of, I guess service life is, a good term for that. So it will not increase the service life, but it also helps. So the climate control helps not to shorten it, right? And if you look at this chart, this is, this is just a truism, right? This is just physics, and is basically saying on the vertical axis we have percent of service life, and then on the bottom axis you've got a change, and it says K Celsius. There's still incremental degrees, but this is saying from your maximum operating point or the maximum operating temperature of that component, especially semiconductors, based on the percent increase in heat, what happens to that service life? And so you can see the rule here that says for every 10 degrees C or 18 degrees Fahrenheit above the max operating temperature of the electronic component, the service life is halved. So if you start out and we're at 0 here, you're getting 100% service life, And look, everything in climate control, in my opinion, is kind of, it depends. So think of terms of our cars. If you change the oil, if your tires are properly inflated, you take care of it, you do your regular maintenance, you take care of it when you hear something that doesn't sound right, it's going to last you as advertised. It'll last you a nice long time. If you don't take care of it, you're not going to see that service life out of it. And basically electronics and controls are the same kind of way. They need a nice, stable environment, and they need to have something that is within their operational range. And so what happens here is we see that as the temperature starts to climb and we get up to that 10 degrees C, which is 18 degrees Fahrenheit above the max operating temperature, now we've dropped down to half. So if we thought we were getting 10 years of service life out of a control, now we're at 5 years. And electronics don't heal, right? So it only gets worse every time we abuse that. And then you see the red line, which is the failure rate. So this is what we're trying to protect against. And this is kind of like the due diligence or the insurance of having climate control, is that it addresses this, right? It takes care of and tries to ensure that this does not occur. Because everything that you're putting in there is going to have a spec sheet that says, hey, this is either the required airflow or this is the temperature that needs to be maintained. And you just need to be cognizant of, you get too much higher above that. So here's something that people don't understand really, because they think in terms of their own comfort. Industrial controls are comfortable in the range of 90 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. That's kind of the sweet spot for them. We tend to think that it's much cooler than that because we relate it to how we feel, but that's not so for electronics. So that's kind of the sweet spot where they need to be. And the spec sheets will tell you that on those controls.
If you scan the QR code down below, we have a lot of resources available to you there. We have, I think, 4 websites this time that you can go to: Grainger.com and all of Rittal's product, their YouTube channel, other social medias, as well as their website. So scan that QR code to learn more about Rittal.